Hi everybody, Sanbanadi. Welcome to my channel. Do make sure that you are subscribed and also do like the video. So listen, you guys, I just watched tonight's episode of The Mechanics. And let me tell you something. I was like, it's different, the episode. Let me tell you what's different about it. I have been feeling like the show is very much like low budget, you know, and it felt like the family is really like not at their best. So they were just really trying to put things together. I was worried about Amadari Luxka, Latoya. At some point, I did say in my previous video that I feel like ngathi akanazona impahla nje zokugqoka, and there were comments about the shoes and stuff. So this episode was different, you guys. She actually dressed up a little bit. She actually dressed like the Latoya that we thought she was before we had everything. Okay. She had Latoya had a date with her daughter. They went for cake tasting. Did you see how nice she looked there? And the whole season she hasn't looked that nice. I don't know, maybe they gave them an advance or something on the show. What the hell? I don't know, you guys. Maybe they gave him an advance on the show so that they can buy some clothes or something. But she was dressed up. She looked nice. The makeup was on point. It really looked like it wasn't looking low budget. Okay. She also went on a date with her sister Paulina, and she also looked cleaned up. She was dressed up. Ingobi Ainiwe, even Paulina also. Okay, so I don't know you guys what changed, but between last week and this week, the show is looking just a little bit different, different. Okay, now you guys, I don't know why they have not done any or shot anything at Blondie's house. They are not shooting at Blondie's house. They are always at Coco's house. Because remember, Blondie has a wife. Remember when Paulina called her to talk about Honse, they said that was Blondie's wife. So I'm wondering why she's not making an appearance, and also they are not shooting from that house. They are always at Coco's house. Anyways, you guys, let me tell you this. I think that Honse has a lot on her chest, but I feel like she's also trying to protect her family, because on this episode she is shooting a scene with her father, and they are going to apply for her ID. Okay. I can't remember if she never had an ID or she lost it because of her addiction and all of that, her moving around. But they went and they were trying to fix her ID. I really think that their father is a good father, you guys. And I don't think that he's a perfect father, but I think that African fathers most of the time don't communicate with their kids the way that he tries to communicate with his kids. There's something that I like about how he is fathering, you know. Yes, I do think that he is a good father. He might have made some mistakes, because obviously this family is messed up, so there must have been some mistakes that were made at some point. But I do think that they are very lucky to have a father that is open to communicating with them like that. We don't usually see that with African fathers. So after they were at Home Affairs taking pictures and everything for the ID, they have a conversation. Hunse and Blondie have a conversation, and they ask Hunse the same question that Latoya asked her, that I think Paulina also asked her, which is, how did you end up doing substances? How did it come about that you're doing substances? One, I feel like that's a very weird question to ask your family member, because you must know. Not good, because these people have done documentaries as families, and they must have had conversations where they know how she started. So for them to like continuously be asking her that question, this family member is asking that question, I feel like they are trying to get her to say something, but she does not really want to answer the question because I feel like even her, Hunse, is protecting the family. So she tries to go with the flow, but she also tries not to reveal too much, because there is a part in the data session where Blondie says, you don't get addicted because somebody hands you a cigarette and say, here it is, smoke. So I did wonder but where did that come from? Because nobody talked about somebody handing Hunse a cigarette, you know. But it was still interesting to hear her talk about the fact that she was very young when her mom passed away. She was in primary school when her mom passed away. So she says that some of it started there to like her doing like the light stuff. And then when the whole thing happened with Paulina's husband, that's when things got really like bad with her and addiction. Guys, she was counting the drugs that she's done, the cocaine, the ecstasy, the heroin, the crystal. Like basically, she's done everything. She's done everything. And I do feel like she's tired. I think she does have moments where you can see that she's tired. She wants to change. But I wonder if she is strong enough to do it because nobody's going to be able to do it for her. Even if we can find out Papa was doing an interview and said that they all used to smoke together. Even if we get to a point where the family admits that yes, the reason that she is addicted is because they started smoking together. But for her to get better, is going to have to be her that makes a decision that she wants to get better. I wonder, you guys, if I so want it to work out for her. She says she wants to get a job. She says she wants to go to school. All of those things are good, but I feel like the starting point is for her to be serious about wanting to get out of using. If she cannot do that, I don't even think that her dream of going to study something is going to come true. Her dream of getting a job, her dream of seeing her kids. Now, you guys, here is another thing about this family. Latoya doesn't live with her kids. Pauline doesn't live with her kids. Hunse doesn't live with her kids. They live with their fathers. Now, if it was just one of them, we could say that maybe the children were unfairly taken by the fathers. But in this situation, I just feel like there's something going on. The dysfunction that people are talking about when it comes to this family must exist because at some point the fathers are able to be in a position where they are like, we are taking the kids are better off here than here. So I feel like the dysfunction that Lebo talked about, not to say that Lebo was perfect in that relationship, that Papa talked about, that even Latoya's ex, who's also not really like, it's like, I don't know, you guys. Because even him, how are you having a baby when you don't have a job? You know that kind of a situation is like, I don't think he was lying with everything that he said, but it was like, but who are you to talk? You understand? So I feel like whatever dysfunction that they talk about, that it exists in this family, that dysfunction, I feel like I'm believing that it is they are on this show, they're trying very hard to not show us that dysfunction, that toxic family state just for the TV show. But I feel like it exists because how are all of the girls not having the custody of the kids? How are all the fathers able to take the kids away from them? Paulina says that she was sick at some point, so she raised her kids for like a few. I thought she was gonna say a few years. She says she was able to she would raise her kids for a few months or something. Like she said something like crazy like that. Like I was like, what do you mean? Because Paulina had presented this picture that she was the mom. She was taking all of the kids. Even when Hunze had a baby with her husband, she took that child. But then she's talking about raising the kids for a few months and then handing them over to their fathers because she wasn't well. I'm like, they you know, yeah, you guys. I feel like all of them need help. When Latoya was suggesting the therapy with her and her daughter. I feel like they all need to go to therapy, all of them. Not just Latoya and her kids. Yes, Latoya and her kids are going to go to therapy because her daughter was like, I'm going to go to therapy with you only if you let my brothers come. Because she also feels like her brothers need therapy. Now, I just feel like the whole family needs therapy. They need to go on a retreat, and all of them, even Blondie needs therapy. Okay, because he needs to let go of that jacket from 1946. That I'm joking. I love the jackets. Even Gogo needs therapy because how do you have such grown-up kids coming back to live with you at your house and not talking to you? So I think therapy would be good for the family, but also it will make a good show when we see them really getting honest about their lives. And honestly, you guys, I don't think they do know that we want honesty on reality TV shows. I don't think so because I feel like honesty is what we can relate to. We don't want like perfect families, really. You know, we don't want perfect family that have perfect relationships and everything is in order because our lives are not in order. We are not going to be able to relate to that because it's like when we were watching Kwamam Kiza show, it was like, is this heaven that we are watching on our TV? Because we don't know the people that live like this, you know? You understand? You remember Mam Kriza's bedroom? It was all gold. Where have you seen everything is gold? Even the bath is even the bath soap is gold. Even the face cloth is gold. Everything was gold. It was like we are just watching to be like, ha, but I really feel like this show could get really good if they can just be honest. Latoya is acting. Latoya is on the show like it's generations. She's giving us the perfect. The minute that even the president Kalubia gives us an idea because there are a lot of things that she's not being honest about. So I think that you guys, they think we want to see them perfect, but we actually want to see the real, you know. They can look cute on diary sessions because I like diary sessions that are like done nicely where people are looking really nice, you know, but when you are shooting the scenes, that's when we want real. If the relationship is not, if you have also taken steps, then tell us. If the family started smoking stuff with Huns, they must tell us, and then they must work based on that. Okay, instead of acting like they are all perfect and Hunza is the only one that has problems with. When on this side we have people that have dealt with the family talking about Hunza not being the only one that has that issue. So it's hard to enjoy the show knowing everything else, all of the noises that are being made, and the family is trying to act like they are perfect. Okay, so hopefully you guys they realize, even if it's not this season, but that in the future, maybe season 2, they realize that we just want the real. Okay, and when that happens, Nabo, they will see how much that show would pick up. I think right now people realize that no, we are not watching the real thing, so it's not going to be as good as it can be. So maybe next season, I don't know, you guys. Now, I'm not sure, guys. I think I missed something because I wasn't sure why they are doing a cake testing. So I just thought maybe it's going to be Lubia's birthday because I started watching maybe a few minutes after the episode started. So I'm not sure why they were doing the cake testing. But I feel like Latoya keeps shooting scenes with Lubia because she does not want to shoot with her sons because I feel like her son's relationship with her it's worse than Lubia and her relationship. So I'm not understanding, but I also feel like maybe that's the reason. Like she does not want to shoot with her son because that's where things will get real, you know. I don't know, you guys. So yes, they also did go and buy like they said they were going to buy like flowers and plants for Latoya's new place. And I was like, girl, people are over there talking about how you are homeless. How are you buying like flowers and plants for your new place that does not exist? You know? You understand what I'm saying? Because they said Latoya does not have a place to stay, and we all saw that bed at Tindumba, and I thought she probably lived there. But they were presenting to people like, listen, you guys, like you can only buy plants for your play for a play. Well, it doesn't have to be like you can buy plants, I guess, for any kind of place. But I don't think that you will buy plants and flowers for if you live in if you you know. So I think they're buying a house for that plants and flowers for that house that she's pretending that she just got, you know, that I feel like she just got to shoot for the show. Instead of just telling us, guys, right now I'm homeless. I haven't worked in a while. So I don't have my kids with me. The fathers took the kids because I'm in a bad situation. But I'm rebuilding. I'm rebuilding. Okay. I think the show will do so much better if they did that. So now it's not making sense. Listen, Blondie, the dad, also had a meeting with Ubaba. Ubaba being Latoya's baby daddy. It was weird, guys, because it was weird to see Blondie bringing a trailer drinky for Ubaba, who is supposed to be like son-in-law, kind of. Because I think abantu bakaMakhene, they are, it's like they like being traditional, but at the same time, they are banubkhalat in them. So as easy that it just don't make sense. Like my father even bringing and making juice for my boyfriend or my heart, my baby. You understand? But if you look at it, you know, you can see it's okay. He is at if the son comes, the son-in-law comes to the house, who's going to make a drink if there's nobody else? But I just can imagine, Jen, ubaba umuzi enzela potential son-in-law drink as I'm littling a tree, you know. But yeah, Blondie wants Obaba to pay Intlawulo to do the right thing because now they have a son. They have a son with Latoya. I think you guys, the family is also as shocked as we are about the fact that Latoya had a baby with that man. They are just as shocked as we are. They just won't say it. Because Baba is like, because Blondie was like, and he was wearing that jacket. What's the Aladdin? He was wearing his Aladdin jackets. Yes. So they were talking about that. And Ubaba usazam. Guys, imagine having a baby in your 40s with somebody also usazama ukuhlanganisa inhlawulo. In your 40s. Now we can be forgiven. We see in my 20s. But on your 40s, guys, I don't know. Even the fact that Latoya, I always say, the fact that Latoya had a baby in her 40s, a planned baby at that, and it wasn't her first baby, because I could understand if it was her first baby, because I would be like, you know what, maybe when she reached her 40s, she realized she's running out of time, so let me just have this baby now. But she had already had lots of children, and she planned another baby, and she does not have custody of the baby. Latoya's life doesn't make any sense. Hunter's life makes more sense than anybody's life in that family at this point, because everybody else is pretending. But it looks like with her, she's the only one that's just giving us the real, which is that I'm an addict and I would like to get some help, but I don't know if I can do it. Okay. But that was the episode tonight, you guys. That show has a lot of potential. They just need to tweak things here and there. I think they need producers that will push them to be real. Yes. Anyways, so guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Like it before, you're gonna share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers.